right now. They've had some open looks by their post players.
Three-point attempt. McIntyre is good. Moore almost lost a nice pass underneath to Davidsdottir. Spin move off the backboard and good. Diney Davidsdottir.
Yep.
Jay Moore, pull-up jumper, good. McIntyre on the wing, has Grimshaw. Thought about a three, drives in instead. Off the backboard, good. And they have now matched their largest lead of the game, but Brisker does something about that with the runner.
Yeah, Brisker did a nice job too, because
Sweeney, Patterson, Ricks, Joseph, Sanderlin, and that is a three by the freshman, Adia Brisker. And this game, Sue, is tied at 33.
Yeah.
Purple Eagles up the floor. Jumper right away. Three-pointer is good by Jay Moore. Came up with a loose ball. She's got Davidsdottir behind her. Moore goes up, and it's no good, but Davidsdottir there for the rebound. McIntyre, wide open three. Morgan Bachman hits it. To Moore. 6 seconds left. Moore, pull-up jumper, good. 14. They go to Davidsdottir. Jumper Moore, good. Davidsdottir up top. Jay Moore, who else, drives in, layup, good. Jay Moore, three-pointer, good. Bachman looking and finds Jay Moore, jumper, good. Jay Moore cannot be stopped. And the rebound is no good. A couple of easy misses there. Gets it out to Jay Moore for three, and that is good. Jay Moore is going insane this half. All right, I'm going to talk to Coach Pierce, and then we'll have final stats. So we're going to take a break and come back with winning coach Jada Pierce when we return. Thanks for watching this MAC Women's College basketball broadcast.
I think a little bit better than we were. I mean, I think we still have a ways to go. But on a night like this, when you do it at least for 20 minutes, it's kind of like, okay, can we do it for 40? And I think that's kind of our goal, and we talk about that a lot, just playing 40 minutes of solid defense that will lead to some transition buckets on offense.
Jay, that quick start by your team at the start of the second half, how important was that to get out early? I think you scored like 3 or 4 buckets in a row that took control. How important was that early start in the second half?
It's always very important for us to start fast and just get out and get stops right away. We pride ourselves on defense and on the other end, scoring in transition very fast and at a high rate. So that's always something that's very important to us. And we just, like you said, we're just going to keep that going, and that's when we play our best basketball.
You guys seem to crash. I don't know the stats somewhere, but you seem to crash their glass better or more in the second half as well with Diney and Emerald. The rebounds are pretty even on the day, but how big were their contributions? Following up the play.
They were huge. I think Diney did a really good job of crashing in the first half. Mm-hmm. Also in the second half too, she got a couple of fouls, but I think Emerald really picked it up more in the second half, and we challenged her at halftime to really mix it up a little bit more, because it felt that was an advantage for us. They have bigs on their team, but their bigs like to be out more on the perimeter and face up and stuff like that. They do have some good rebounders, so I did think that in that first half, I wasn't happy with the rebounding situation. On that end, we weren't boxing out enough, but I thought we did a way better job in the second half.
Shutting down Patterson Ricks, that really changed the game. She came in averaging double figures, scoring double figures every game this season, I think. But what went into really containing her, and why was it important to shut her down?
I think she's the key to their whole team, and for her, she makes a lot of things happen. I think we wanted to throw different people at her. She's very, very quick. She's very smart. She has a great basketball IQ. And so we kept reinforcing to our players that we needed to make things hard for her and to keep the pressure on. And once she gave up the ball, to not let her get it back. And she did get it back a couple of times, but I think we were ready to be in help. And I think that helped with Sanderlin getting a lot of what she got. And Danny's always played pretty well against us. I think if you look at her 3 years against us, she's played very well. But I think as far as Patterson Ricks, it was kind of like, okay, if we can shut her down, we don't want other people to necessarily go off, but you don't want her to feel like, okay, now it's my turn. And I thought in the second half we did a really great job of still sticking with the game plan on her so that she couldn't get off, because she is that type of player. A lot of respect for her as well.
kind of following that question, Jordan Edwards seemed to take kind of the lead on that challenge, and her and Adia, you kind of see, Adia had 15 points tonight, but how they get you out in transition with what they do on the other side of the ball. How far along have they come for you guys?
I think Jordan she is our defensive stopper. She's always going to guard the best perimeter player on the other team, and she's kind of like that catalyst for us, a defensive captain. And I think Adia is learning from Jordan kind of what to do against some of these better players in the league that they have to guard. And with Adia's size, it's a problem sometimes for people to get by her and around her, and she's so strong. But I'm really, really pleased with Jordan's development from last year to this year. She's doing a great job running the team as well, and just, like you said, getting out in transition. Adia loves getting out in transition, and I think she's only going to get better and better with her decision-making, when we're getting down the stretch here.
Jay, how do you feel about where the team is at right now? You got 10 and 12 games left in the regular season. How do you feel about where you guys are playing right now?
The season is definitely going by very fast, but I'm definitely proud of this group. But I think our best is still yet to come. Each step of the way, we're getting a little bit better. But like I said, I think our best basketball is yet to come. But I do think we're taking a lot of steps in the right direction. We're practicing really hard, very competitive, and at a very fast pace. And I think it's starting to really come together on the court on game day.
Shifting gears a little bit, and just before the game, you guys were wearing the Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant warm-up jerseys. Whose idea was that to start that?
That was from the players. They spoke with a couple of the assistant coaches last night. These guys really looked up to Kobe. In fact, there's certain things that we do within our program, and his name comes up literally every single day. So I think for them it was very personal, and, they all feel like they lost someone, and we just wanted to support them in any way that we could. And I think Jay can probably speak more from the player side of it and what they thought.
Jay, for that being, how personal was that for you, seeing something like that happen? I mean, it was seismic. It affected the world.
For me personally, just growing up, shooting, trash and saying Kobe, everything just in the gym. Kobe, I wanted to shoot like him. I wanted to work as hard as him. I watched him online for motivational purposes. He has a Kobe signature line on YouTube. I wanted to finish like him. Just everything. He was really one of the greatest players of all time for me personally. So I was in shock. I was trying to see what was going on, get as much facts together and throughout the day. And yeah, it was definitely a big loss. I watched all his highlights. I was a big highlight person growing up in Brooklyn on the concrete. I wanted to just study the best player, learn the best moves, and he was definitely one person I always 24/7 studied. So it was definitely a big loss for me.
Jade, I noticed your shoes when you walked into the Kobe shoes. You're from Philadelphia. So
Yes.
What did Kobe Bryant mean to you, to Philadelphia basketball, and to the sport from your perspective?
I mean, he was just a tremendous ambassador. I think he represented what Philly basketball, was all about, just the tough, the grit, the heart. Kobe came to Philly a little bit later. He didn't grow up there, from infancy. He was living, in Europe, and I think he had a different kind of feel and flair, to his game, but he was always well, respected in our community. And, it was definitely seismic, like you said. I couldn't believe it either. I was in shock for hours. I didn't want to believe that it was true. And so my heart goes out to his family and all the families that lost, loved ones in that helicopter crash yesterday. And I've been saying a lot of prayers for all of those families, knowing how hard it must be for them right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.